This story follows a girl named Ingwen who was sent to a remote island that houses a reformer school. This isn't an ordinary school, it's a place where girls who have committed crimes are sent by the government. Instead of keeping them in prison, the government believes they can change here and become better people. What crime Ingwen committed will be revealed later, but before that you need to know the dark history behind this island and the mysterious school built on it. Many years ago this island was home to a terrifying prison where the country's most dangerous criminals were locked away. Then strange incidents began to happen. People claimed that evil spirits haunted the island, and one by one the prisoners started dying under mysterious circumstances. Eventually the government had no choice but to shut the prison down forever. Later the prison was turned into a reformer school and it has been operating ever since. The principal of the school is a woman named Presena, but every student calls her mother. There is only one man who works on the entire island. His name is Finn, and he is responsible for transporting people between the mainland and the island. Today he is the one who brings Ingwen to the school. Although Mother officially runs the school, the real power belongs to a senior student named Im. Along with her two closest friends Maprang and Nok, she controls everyone around her. The three girls constantly bully, intimidate and humiliate the other students. Many even believe that Mother deliberately ignores everything they do. Im secretly has feelings for Finn. One day she tells him that Mother is about to send a report to the government claiming she is completely changed. Once the report is approved she will finally be released, but until that day arrives she plans to rule the entire school. The moment Ingwen arrives she becomes Im's newest target. Every single day Im and her gang find new ways to mock, embarrass and torture her. Mother warns Ingwen that she must obey every rule inside the school. If she breaks even one of them the consequences will be severe. At the same time Mother informs Finn that a powerful storm has surrounded the island, making it impossible to return to the mainland. Because of that he has no choice but to stay at the lighthouse for several weeks. Finn reluctantly agrees. Instead of helping Ingwen settle in, Im and her friends continue making her life miserable. The other girls are far too scared to stand up against them, leaving Ingwen completely alone. The only person who treats her with kindness is Finn. He constantly encourages her, telling her that if she stays strong she will eventually leave this place. Seeing Finn support Ingwen makes Im even more jealous, and her hatred for Ingwen grows stronger every day. One night Im sneaks out to scare Ingwen, but before she can do anything she suddenly feels like someone is watching her. She quickly turns around, but there's nobody there. Seconds later, an invisible force violently shoves her to the ground. Shocked she looks around once again, yet the area is completely empty. The following morning Im immediately blames Ingwen for what happened. Even though she has no proof, she and her friends begin harassing Ingwen even more than before. Among all the students there is one girl named Ploy who comes from the same village as Ingwen. Ploy tries to convince Im that Ingwen couldn't possibly be responsible because she had gone to bed early that night, but instead of listening Im starts threatening Ploy as well. Ingwen feels relieved knowing that at least one person is willing to stand by her. Ploy tells her not to take Im's behavior personally because she bullies everyone in the school and the best thing to do is simply ignore her. However, Im's cruelty doesn't stop there. The very next day she grabs Ingwen in front of everyone and cuts off her hair. Ingwen breaks down in tears while Im enjoys every second of humiliating her. Later that night when the dormitory falls completely silent, Im is brushing her hair when she suddenly hears a strange sound echoing through the room. She slowly turns around and freezes. A horrifying witch is standing right behind her. Without warning the witch attacks Im and begins ripping out her hair. Im screams in terror, bringing everyone running to her room, but by the time the others arrive the terrifying figure has completely disappeared. Now Im is more convinced than ever that Ingwen is somehow behind these terrifying attacks, but one question remains unanswered: how could Ingwen possibly be doing any of this? The only person who seems to know the truth is Ploy. Im and her gang corner Ploy and force her to reveal everything. Terrified, Ploy finally tells them about an ancient legend from their village. According to the old belief, every child born in the village is claimed by a powerful witch. Shortly after birth a special ritual must be performed to break the witch's connection with that child. But if that ritual is never completed, the witch remains connected to the child for the rest of their life. It stays with them for life, and if anyone ever comes between that child and the witch tortures that person to death. We all had to go through this ritual in our village. I went through it too, but Ing is an orphan. Her father died before she was born and her mother passed away while giving birth, so the villagers sent her to an orphanage. Because of that, the ritual was never performed on her. Instead, she has a witch godmother, and anyone who dares to hurt her or stand against her will have to face the witch's revenge. Ploy tries to explain everything to Im and her friends, but Im refuses to believe her. She says there's no way a witch could actually protect someone. That's impossible. Now they decide it's time to teach Ingwen a lesson. They go to Mother and tell her that Ingwen has been causing trouble for the other girls. Mother believes them and punishes Ingwen in front of everyone. After the punishment is over, everyone goes to sleep. Later that night, mother walks around the school checking in everything, but suddenly she feels like someone is following her. She slowly turns around and finally comes face to face with the witch. Ingwen's godmother, terrified, she starts screaming. Everyone wakes up after hearing her cries, and now Im is even more furious at Ingwen. Im and her friends decide to get rid of Ingwen once and for all. They trick her into following them deep into the forest, where they lock her inside an old well. Before leaving, they mock her and say, if you really have a witch godmother, then tell her to get you out of here. After that, they return to school and tell everyone that Ingwen ran away. They are completely sure that nobody will ever think of searching inside the well. Meanwhile, inside the dark well, the witch finally appears in front of Ingwen. She gently tells her, these people have treated you horribly, just give me the word and I'll kill every single one of them. This time Ingwen finally gives in. She decides that everyone who hurt her will pay for what they've done. Back at school, everyone is searching for Ingwen, but in the end her witch godmother pulls her out of the well alive. The moment Im and her friends see Ingwen back, they are completely shocked. They have no idea how she managed to escape. Ploy takes Ingwen back to her room, but Ingwen already knows that Ploy has been spying on her and secretly helping Im. Ploy tries to explain that Im threatened her and she had no other choice, but Ingwen is beyond angry now. She has made up her mind. Every single person responsible will face her revenge. The very next day, chaos breaks out across the school. Im asks what happened and learns that her two closest friends, Maprang and Nak, have disappeared. Everyone searches for them, but they are nowhere to be found. Later, their dead bodies are discovered in the forest. Seeing her friends in such a horrifying condition fills Im with fear and rage. Soon Ingwen walks right up to Im and says, this is only the beginning, you're next. My witch godmother won't spare anyone. Im burns with anger, but deep down she knows there's nothing she can do. As news of the murder spreads throughout the school, it eventually reaches mother. She has already seen the witch with her own eyes and decides that Ingwen cannot stay here any longer. She tells Finn to take Ingwen away from the school that very night, but before she leaves, mother wants to know the truth. What exactly did Ingwen do that got her sent here in the first place? While mother investigates the truth, Im and the other girls are desperate to find out the same thing. Eventually they learn that even at the orphanage there were people who constantly bullied Ingwen. Then one day those same people were found dead. Everyone believed Ingwen was the killer, but Ingwen always insisted that she didn't do it, her witch godmother did, and tonight the same thing is going to happen again. Nobody can save Im. The people who made my life miserable are all going to die tonight. Once Im hears this, she completely panics. None of the girls know what to do anymore. Everyone is terrified. Im goes to Finn and begs him for help, but Finn reminds her that everything happening now is her own fault. He tells her, if you had never bullied Ing, none of this would have happened. The real question now is, why did Im bully Ingwen in the first place? Im remembers the day she first arrived at the school. Mother told her that she couldn't control every girl by herself. She needed someone strong enough to keep everyone in line. She promised Im that if she did this job well, she would arrange for her punishment to be reduced and eventually set her free. So Im agreed because she wanted her freedom more than anything else. But now none of that matters. The damage has already been done. Now it's Ingwen and her witch godmother's turn to take revenge. Finally, that terrifying night arrives. Everyone is frozen with fear. The witch is now. The witch finally reveals herself in front of everyone. Her terrifying presence throws the entire school into panic. At first she simply tries to frighten everyone. Ingwen already knows that every single one of them is going to die, but there is one person she doesn't want to lose, Finn. Deep down she has started falling in love with him. She goes to Finn to tell him the truth, and after hearing everything, even Finn is horrified. He knows Im did something terrible, but that doesn't mean she deserves to die. Hoping to stop the bloodshed, he locks Ingwen inside the lighthouse and rushes back to the school. By the time he returns, everyone is already terrified. Finn tries to calm them down by saying that Ingwen has been locked inside the lighthouse and can't hurt anyone anymore, but poor Finn has no idea that as long as Ingwen's witch godmother is protecting her, no prison can ever hold her. Moments later, Ingwen appears right there at the school. She has only one goal now, to kill Im. She warns all the girls not to interfere, but everyone keeps trying to convince her that what she's doing is wrong. Their words only make Ingwen even angrier. She shouts that every single one of them is going to die, and then right before everyone's eyes the witch appears once again. Screams fill the air as everyone starts running in every direction, but running is completely useless now. The witch's first victim is Mother, the very person who allowed all of this to happen and the one truly responsible for everything. Ingwen and her witch godmother kill Mother without mercy. As Mother dies, the girls scatter in absolute terror. Now Ploy and Im become Ingwen's next targets. The witch attacks both of them before Ploy can be killed. Im jumps in and saves her. Soon a brutal fight breaks out between Im and Ingwen. During the struggle, both of them lose their balance and fall from the rooftop. Morning finally arrives. Im realizes that if she wants to survive, she has no choice but to kill Ingwen. The two fight once again, and this time Im is just seconds away from finishing her off, but at the last moment she hesitates. She realizes that killing Ingwen will destroy the rest of her life. Instead, she lets Ingwen go and tells her, we've already called the police, they'll be here soon, we'll tell them everything, you've got nowhere left to run, no matter where you go you won't escape. Ingwen laughs and replies, neither will you, my witch godmother will kill you too. But this time Ingwen is wrong. The witch has finally realized that she can no longer protect Ingwen. Her secret has been exposed and sooner or later someone will separate them. Before that can happen, the witch decides to take Ingwen away with her forever. And just like that, the witch disappears. Ingwen along with her. A little while later the police arrive at the school. They discover Mother's dead body and begin questioning everyone. Is Ingwen who committed these murders? And this is where the biggest twist of the story happens. Ploy and all the other girls tell the police that I'm the one responsible for everything. I'm completely shocked. She can't understand why Ploy is betraying her. Then Ploy finally reveals the truth. Did you really think you and your friends would get away with everything you did? It was me who manipulated Ingwen. I figured out that she never went through the ritual and that her witch godmother was protecting her. I was the one who poisoned her mind, and I was also the one who pushed you down the stairs. I knew you'd blame Ingwen and take all your anger out on her. I pretended to support you while secretly turning Ingwen against you. I kept telling her that I had to die because as long as I'm stayed alive none of us could ever be happy. And look. Ingwen killed everyone exactly the way I wanted. Now the police will take you away, and with Mother gone, with I'm gone, with her friends dead, and with Ingwen gone too. I'll be the one ruling this school. I've already warned all the girls that if anyone tells the truth this school will be shut down and we'll all be forced to leave. None of them wants that anymore. So every single girl stays silent and together they frame I'm for all the murders. The police arrest I'm and take her away. Now Mother is gone, I'm gone, her friends are dead, Ingwen has disappeared. And Ploy is the only one left, the new ruler of the school. So now it's your turn to decide. Who was really at fault? Mother. I'm. Her friends. Ingwen. Or Ploy. Who do you think was the real villain of this story? Let me know your answer in the comments.